Oh my goodness. What? What? Like actually terraformed and everything? Oh my goodness. This is insane. They've even have different forest types in here. Hold on. Doc? Hello?
Good morning. Time to rise and grind, because only the early goat will not be left behind. What will you automate today so we can thrive together? Always remember, this is the goat's world. You just live in it.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely outrageous. Where you at, Doc? Oh man. There he is. Bro. 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 I've just seen this for the first time in reality. This is... I don't even know what to say.
Supposedly my motivational messages worked so well that they did the biggest grind of the whole season, and it was covering the perimeter. Did you see the messages in Discord? They were high-fiving. Man, I'm so proud we completed this. This is so great. What a huge project. Amazing. Thank you guys for helping and pitching. What is going on, man? You're supposed to be my watcher. You should have said, you should have said something like, what are you doing? Stop.
Listen.
Like something.
Listen.
Oh.
They asked me to come and help, and I said no.
Dude, what you know what breaks my heart the most? I know you were out in the ice track, but
Yeah.
Eso helped.
Eso really?
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts actually.
I'm really
That
not
hurts.
mad, just disappointed, man.
Dude, you know, I didn't want to interrupt you on your holiday. You know, you're having such a nice time. I knew they were up to something. I had no idea though that this was what, because we were like, it was during a meeting. Everyone was on the server. They were all doing something. Green was like, dude, come and help, come and help. I was like, dude, I'm making the ice track. No real details or anything. I thought they would just come and do some shenanigans at the perimeter. I thought that's cool. That means you and I get to do something again together. So that'll be fun. I had no idea. Dude, the grind of the season, the grind of HermitCraft history, dude. This is...
I know.
What is this? They
It's the most insane
terraformed
thing.
it, dude. They've got different jungle biomes and tree biomes.
I don't even know if I should be mad or proud. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it went down behind the scenes, right? Everybody was like, oh man, you know, we need a huge project so we can have some good times together, just hang out and grind it out and blah, blah, blah. And then for weeks, we're looking for this huge project. And it turns out, like, those fools, like, oh my God, I can't get over it. You know, like, I had to do my intro in my brain. I went 1,000 times through it, and there was no PG version of it.
No.
I got one done now.
Did you get some beeps in there, dude? Get the beep machine out?
I don't think so, man. I restrained myself. It's ridiculous.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, bro. What the heck? This is nuts. Look at this. Wow, dude. Wow. I mean, they took the GOAT slogan to heart, dude. You influenced them, man. You turned them into grinders, is what you did.
I know. Like, you know, the whole server, they were writing, we had the best time we had the whole season. It was the best thing. Everybody feeling happy, revitalized.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, that's the biggest win ever.
Well, the question is, who's the good guy at the end of all of this? I believe it might be you, Dr. Doc.
Yeah.
You brought out the best in everybody, somehow, in the end.
Somehow. With dystopian dark messages, I guess. if that's what it's needed, you know, I know what we will do. Every HermitCraft meeting now, we'll listen to 5 minutes of my motivational quotes, and then everybody, you know.
Greetings, everyone. This is Rendog coming at you in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from the far side of Doc M77's perimeter, where over the last couple of days, I have been preparing what can only be described as shenanigans. And to be completely honest with you, I am not entirely sure how to describe said shenanigans. Currently, we've got a bunch of scaffolding over here. 2 sets of scaffolding, to be more precise. And yeah, here we are, on the very edge of the perimeter. This scaffolding is a part of a brand new plan that we are going to be starting in this episode, guys. A plan that I'm hoping is going to shake the very foundations of HermitCraft Season 9. Well, that's the ambition anyway. I'm thinking about doing a massive prank. One of the biggest pranks that I've ever pulled off in HermitCraft history, well, as long as I've been on the server anyway. And that prank is going to be about getting some revenge from a good friend Doc M77. Of course, a couple weeks ago, the entire perimeter was covered over and terraformed by the Buttercups and their friends. And I have decided to not take this lying down, guys. You know, to be honest, I did not respond in a very watchdog way to what was going on. Doc was on holiday. The perimeter got covered up. I was actually on the server while the perimeter was being covered up. I didn't realize what the people were actually up to. I was over at the boat race, working over there. All the hermits were together, getting up to no good. I did not expect them to fill in the perimeter, however. So, I got bamboozled, and unfortunately, I let Doc down. So, I've got a plan to get one of the Buttercups back in a very big way. Now, which Buttercup is going to be the target of my mega prank, my friends? Well, I think it's probably fairly obvious by the thumbnail of this episode, and, well, I've been talking about it quite a lot on stream over the last couple of weeks, too. We're going to be pranking Good Times with Scar and his cute little cat called Jelly. Scar, we're coming for you, my friend. And, well, we're hoping that if we can make a big enough impact on the Scar, we might have a subsidiary impact on the Buttercups. Oh my goodness, there's so many announcements on this server, guys. Everywhere you go, you've got a megaphone blasting information at you. My goodness, we're going to lose our minds by the end of this season. Anyway, so yes, my friends, we're going to be pranking Scar. I have got a magnificent idea. Look, what we could do is come over here to SCABLAND and just make some mess and place some more dragon eggs all over the place. We could do something, you know, along those lines, a more traditional type of pranking. However, I believe that that is not going to be strong enough. That's not going to be a big enough retort for what Scar and his Buttercup buddies got up to in the perimeter last week. Nay, 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 my friends. For the next prank and the retort and the reply, and in revenge for my dear brother Doc M77, we are going to be going for the psychological jugular, okay? We're going to be attacking Scar's most precious thing that he loves the most on this server, and that is, of course, his most precious and amazing Scarland. Oh, Scarland, it's just the best place ever. Oh, Scarland, what a joy. 1 second, guys. I'm actually struggling to explain myself over here. I'm starting to rant. Tell you what, best way to explain something in a HermitCraft video? Good old-fashioned montage. So, fire up the montage and allow me to explain the mega prank that is going to be known as SCABLAND. SCARLAND. The only place on the HermitCraft server where all your wildest dreams can come true. A place of pure happiness and joy, laughter and fun, and arguably the most incredible build that Good Times with Scar has ever made in his Minecraft career. In fact, some might argue that this magnificent base is Scar's most precious possession, second only to Jelly the cat, of course. And thus, I declare to you, my dear friends, if we really wanted to get under Scar's skin with a counter prank for what he did to the perimeter with his Buttercup buddies, we should absolutely and without mercy, attack the very essence of SCABLAND, thus inflicting a psychological blow, the likes of which Scar will never recover from. Now, if I was a hermit who was trying to prank someone in the most devastating way possible, and I 100% am, I would be quick to realize that a quick and devastating attack on SCABLAND itself would have the most magnificent impact on the psychological psyches of those buttercup idiots, and would probably also make DocM77 very, very happy. And so, for the last few weeks, my dear friends from all over the interbubs, I've been hatching a prankish plan to not only take on SCABLAND directly, but to ensure that Good Times with Scar will forever remember that messing with the goat and his watchdog is something you should never, ever, ever, ever do. Because there will always be consequences. You poke the goat? Well, the goat's gonna poke back, and goats have horns. I think they have teeth. Do goats bite? I think... Wait, I'm not even the goat. I'm the dog. Dogs have teeth too. You poke the dog, you get the fangs. Or something like that. And thus, I declare to you, my dear friends, if we really want to get under Scar's skin with a counter-prank for what he did to the perimeter with his buttercup buddies, we should absolutely and without mercy attack the very essence of SCABLAND, thus inflicting a psychological psyche blow, the likes of which Scar and his friends will never recover from. Okay, that's enough evil ranting, Rendog. What are you going to do to SCABLAND? Guys, here's the plan. Right now, SCABLAND holds the monopoly as HermitCraft's greatest ever theme park. And we're going to do everything to change that. We're not going to come to SCABLAND and put dragon eggs on it, or set it on fire, or do some lame, boring pranks like that. Oh no, we're going to go for the big kahuna this time around, guys. On the other side of the perimeter where you doth saw all of that scaffolding that I've been building this week, we are going to be building the most magnificent, most epic, most evil, and most dastardly theme park ever created by any hermit that is going to be in direct competition with SCABLAND, and not only in competition with SCABLAND, but 1007 times better than SCABLAND in every single way. We're going to have the rides. We're going to have the hot dogs. We're going to have everything a reveler will ever desire in a theme park, and thus the gates of SCABLAND will be forced to close, as every single hermit will only want to come to our theme park. SCABLAND will be bankrupted and TNT'd to the ground to make space for an expansion of our theme park later down the line. And we're going to be calling our theme park SCABLAND. We will be designing SCABLAND as a dystopian clone of SCABLAND, and we're going to be designing it in such a way that everything about it is going to annoy the living heck out of Scar. For example, those lovely towers that you see in the castle of SCABLAND, we're going to have our own towers, but they might just be built slightly incorrectly. Maybe they're one block out, or one of the towers is symmetrical and the other isn't, or one of the towers is made from odd numbers and the other tower is made from even numbers. Perhaps we shall use color palettes that very obviously clash with one another, so that when Scar looks across the perimeter at the hideousness of SCABLAND, his autistic Bob Ross brain will slowly but surely dissolve into a puddle of sadness, and every minute that he stares upon SCABLAND will remind him to not mess with the goat and his chihuahua. I'm the chihuahua. I mean, I probably should have chosen a better dog than the chihuahua, but SCABLAND shall rise on the opposite end of the perimeter in direct competition with SCABLAND, and within a few months, every customer of SCABLAND will be in SCABLAND, spending their diamonds and having their souls absorbed by what is going to be the most hideous theme park ever created. We're gonna make Scabland. My goodness, that was quite the dramatic montage, wasn't it, guys? Man, I had quite a lot of fun putting that together, and I hope you are all as excited as I am about Scabland. You know, over the course of this season, we've not ever really settled down into one mega project. We've been doing a lot of things here and there and everywhere. And finally here, we have discovered something that I think is going to be a super fun to work on. Scabland's going to be awesome. It's going to be a theme park. It's going to be better than Scarland. And I'm also going to get all the Hermits involved, or at least as many of them as possible, because we're going to need to fill Scabland with a bunch of amazing rides and attractions, and building the Scabland castle is probably going to take me a couple months, and thus I require help. I have already spoken to the Hermits. A ton of them are interested about coming to build some really awesome rides in Scabland over the next coming weeks and months. And by the end of the year, we're going to hopefully have an attraction that is both scabby, but also filled with a bunch of mini-games, I suppose. Maybe this will become the Season 9 minigame district. That is the ambition for it anyway. But before we can even think of any of that sweet jazz, guys, we need to start preparing for Scabland, and more specifically, we need to prepare the area in which we're going to be building Scab Castle. That's going to go over here, and we've got a bunch of trees to clear. I thought we would do this in the most capitalistic way possible. You see, Scabland is going to be built by a company known as Scab Inc. And Scab Inc. is potentially the most unenvironmentally friendly company that has ever existed. Scab Inc. cuts corners wherever possible and does not care a single inch about what it does to the world or the environment or to trees or to squirrels or to anything. It's all about the profits. It's all about getting people into Scabland, spending their diamonds. And Scab Inc. is going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. We're also going to be doing things in as an industrial way as possible. And I believe an evil corporation like Scab Inc. would do its best to just obliterate the environment to make space for their attraction. So that's what we're going to be doing over here, guys. That's what all of this scaffolding is about. And essentially we have, I don't know, I can't remember now, but it's 9 or 10 flying machines that will be dropping TNT, very much inspired by how Doc cleared away the perimeter prank last week. And my plan here is just to unleash each of these TNT flying machines and basically flatten this entire area so that in the next episode we can start working on the foundations of Scab Castle. Now, guys, I am not a redstoner. I am a renstoner. It ain't pretty, but it works sometimes. I have never made a flying TNT machine before in Minecraft. I have been experimenting a lot in creative. I think I have figured out the formulae of how these things work, and the first thing that we need to do before we can get these things up and running is get rid of all the scaffolding. So I hope we can do this without, I don't know, triggering any observers and stuff. I think we also have to get rid of this block because the TNT might land on it. And hopefully if we break this, everything will be fine. And this, yes. Okay, great. So this flying machine is now ready to go. It is primed. And I guess we can use this one as a tester. If I can get this one working correctly, then I can just fire off all of the others. You know what? Let's make a replay mod of this too. I'll get the replay mod camera fired up. Now, as I understand it, the way that we make this happen is, firstly, we want to get the TNT dropper working, so we can just put something in front of this observer, and that should do the trick. Let's use a lever for this, because it will break the lever as it sees it. So, let's start the TNT dropping. There we go. Okay, TNT machine is firing away. Oh my goodness, that's very close to this. Okay, sorry, Doc. Next up, I think all we need to do is break this. No, that didn't do anything. There is an observer over here. I think what we need to do, though, is get it going with this lever. Yes, there we go. Okay, fantastic. Is that working? It looks like it's working. Yes, it's flying. It's dropping TNT and obliterating the environment, making space for Scab Castle. Oh, you love to see it. Look at this. We did a redstone thing. Oh, very, very nice. Oh, my goodness. That is actually going pretty fast, isn't it? Nice. I mean, it probably would have taken me shorter amount of timeage to just cut the trees manually, but here at Scab Inc., we like to do things as expensive as possible and as inefficiently as possible. That's just how our company rolls, okay? So let's get all of these flying machines going, and hopefully we can clear this area nice, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's clear all of this and then blast this entire area away with some sweet time-lapse music or something. No! One of them's broken! Oh, you hate to see it. Well, listen, Scab Inc. makes machinery on the cheap, okay? So sometimes the machines don't do as they are supposed to. This is what happens when you use cheap redstone parts. Well, listen, it kind of worked. It took a little bit. I didn't get it all synced up correctly for the replay well enough, I guess. I don't know if that was a great replay or not. I guess we'll see in editing, but we certainly managed to clear away a bunch of these trees. I mean, I'll probably just manually take these ones down that didn't get blasted by that one. Yeah, it looks like a bit of TNT got stuck somewhere and blew up the flying machine over there. But that was highly satisfying. All of the machines have stopped, of course, over there. And yeah, look at this. Let's get the Gigabug out. We have cleared a massive area over here, which is the perfect size, by the way, for the footprint of Scab Castle. And I guess for the next episode, or at least for the next few days on stream, we've got some work to do out here. We need to clear all of this, flatten this area a bit, and start building the blueprint for Scab Castle. Still need to design Scab Castle in creative mode, and then we'll start working on it on the server. You guys have any ideas for Scab Castle? Please do let me know in the comments. And yeah, over the next few episodes, guys, we're going to really start focusing on our SCABLAND project. Let's see if we can make a better theme park than Scar, and take all of the diamonds and dominate the HermitCraft theme park business. Is it a business? I don't know if it's a business, but either way, it's going to be super fun, especially if I can get some hermits out here to make some mini games. We'll have a very interesting, very weird minigame district. Maybe the weirdest minigame district the HermitCraft server has ever seen, but you know what? I'm here for it. Let's add some chaos into the end of the year, shall we? That's how I like to roll. Guys, thank you so very much for watching today's episode. That's going to do it for today. I don't have anything else planned. Took me quite a long time to get all of this set up, and now I've got a bunch of clearing to do. But tell you what, friends, you look after yourselves, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. SCABLAND is coming, and it's going to be sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Smell you all in the next Scabby episode.